This is the start of side 2 of the Enfield Talking newspaper. We now return to local news with Joan, who will start with sports.
Winchmore Hill racing driver Malcolm Wise rounded off his season with an overall victory at the Brands Hatch circuit in the Cays Antamarak League. The Green Belt Motor Club racer competed in a pair of 15-minute races, and in the first event he performed well to move from 16th place on the starting grid to bring his white and yellow Ford Escort across the line in 8th position. The driver bettered this in the second race, which was run in wet conditions. Due to his performance in the previous race, Wise began in 8th position. He drove well and carved his way through the field to take the lead of the race. At the end of 14 laps, in a thrilling finish, Wise took the checkered flag just under half a second ahead of his nearest rival. His 2 performances saw him claim overall victory and ended the race's season on a high. For more details about the Green Belt Motor Club, contact Chris Deal on 07920 840689 or visit www.gbmc.org.uk.
And now for some hockey. Southgate climbed out of the bottom 2 of the Premier Division of the English Hockey League after recording a hugely impressive 2-1 victory at home to second-placed Canterbury on Sunday. On a day which saw new facilities at the club's Trent Park home officially opened by former Southgate and Great Britain legend Sean Curley, skipper Dan Shingles fired the hosts into an early lead. Simeon Bird doubled the advantage with 18 minutes remaining, and Southgate managed to hold on for the win, even though Michael Farrer pulled a goal back 5 minutes later. Southgate made the trip to East Grinstead on Saturday at 2 p.m. And now for rugby union. Struggling Enfield Ignatians bowed out of the Intermediate Cup in the second round on Saturday as they suffered a 30-0 defeat at Hammersmith and Fulham. Not helped by injuries to key personnel, including skipper Richard Lawrence and Tom Moore Ignatians, who have now lost 4 games in a row, had no answer to a rampant home side who moved 18-0 ahead at the interval and continued their dominance in the second half as they scored 4 tries in all. "We are suffering from a lack of confidence at the moment," said coach Emil Hertz. "Good sides don't become bad sides overnight, but we were outplayed, and our kicking game left something to be desired."
Now on to rugby. Saracens got their LV Cup campaign off to a perfect start by securing a 38-21 bonus point victory at home to holders Leicester on Friday night. In keeping with their nomadic start to the season, Sarries decided to switch the match to Bedford's Goldington Road ground, the 11th different venue they played at in as many games. And the hosts took full advantage of playing down the substantial slope in the first half as they raced into a 27-0 lead, courtesy of tries from Jamie George, Duncan Taylor and Joe Maddock, and some accurate goal-kicking from Nils Mort. A hugely inexperienced Leicester side fought back well after the interval, but Sarries, who were also massively understrength, held firm, and Andy Soule's try ensured that they picked up a bonus point. "It was a brilliant first half in which our youngsters really came to the fore," said forwards coach Paul Gustard. Ben Ransom was instrumental in the first half, and Duncan, the local boy come good, did really well as well. Saracens often get criticised for not playing attacking rugby, but we showed we do play attacking rugby when the conditions allow. Knowing Leicester, their culture and their coaches, we expected a response, and unfortunately for us, we allowed them to come back into the game a little bit. Saracens continue their LV Cup campaign at Sale on Friday at 8 p.m.
And I have sport. Enfield 1893 moved level on points with Essex Senior League leaders Great Wakering Rovers after easing to a 4-1 victory at Bowers and Pitsea on Saturday. The E's got off to a slow start and fell behind, but this kicked them into life, and they were dominant for the remainder of the contest, with goals from Neil Hughes, 2, Jermaine Osai and Ricky Edwards securing an emphatic triumph. It was a professional job by us, said manager Gordon Boateng. It wasn't the greatest of pitches, but we went there and put in a performance, and I think that 4-1 rather flattered them. We had to wait for them to take the lead to kick us into life, and we can't keep on doing that. But we've got 2 back-to-back away wins in the league now, and I think that's got the monkey off our back about our poor away form. I still feel that we are not where we're supposed to be, and there are a few areas we need to sort out. I don't want us to get complacent, because if complacency kicks in, then you can quickly get into a rut. Meanwhile, the E's had continued their recent encouraging run of form by booking their place in the semi-finals of the Gordon Brasted Memorial Trophy with a 2-0 win at Bethnal Green United last Wednesday. Enfield 1893, who took on Harefield United in the Middlesex Senior Cup last night, visit Newport Pagnell Town in the FA Vase on Saturday, 3 p.m.
Now we're coming to what's on. There's quite a lot coming along. It's starting on Thursday, the 22nd of November at 4 p.m., Edmonton Green Concourse, where they're having switching on of Christmas lights. Local children will be singing carols and you're asked to join them. The next one is on Edmonton Green Concourse, this time Thursday 22nd from 3 until 7 p.m. It's called the Christmas Factor. Judges are back and on a mission to uncover the very best singers North London has to offer. Come and join us for the first of the 2 live auditions. Now the next one, Saturday the 24th of November, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., Edmonton Green Concourse. This one's called the Christmas Factor. Join us for the second of the 2 live auditions. Next one, Sunday 25th of November at 4 p.m. Come to the Civic Centre in Enfield Town for the Festival of Lights. The community parade will start at the Civic Centre, then proceed to Baker Street, Lancaster Road, Chase Side and Church Street, ending with carols, switching on the tree lights and fireworks in Enfield Town. The next one is Friday, November the 30th in Enfield Town, and this one is called Festive Friday, a traditional merry-go-round carousel by the Enfield Town Fountain all day. Carol singing at 12 noon to 2 p.m. and the brass band from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Market Square. There'll be live music, gospel singing, festive street theatre performing along Church Street from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we hope it'll be fine. Friday the 30th of November, 8 p.m., the Dugdale Centre, Enfield Town. Soul to Funk is the title here. Live music, club night with a bar. Further information and tickets on www.millfielddartcentre, all one word, .co.uk. Tel 0208 807 6680. Now we come to Friday the 30th of November from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday the 1st of December from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Enfield Town Library, 66 Church Street, Enfield, EN2 6AX. And it's all a Dickensian Christmas family activities, making Christmas decorations, Victorian Christmas cards, cracker making, children's crafts and stories, and free, all of this, refundable deposit required to book a place though. For more information and booking, contact Enfield Town Library on 0208 379 8341.
And now for 7 more events coming up, commencing on Friday the 30th of November till Sunday the 2nd of December at Ponders End Park, or in Ponders End Park. It's Christmas Glow skating in Ponders End Park. Now it's Friday from 4 until 7 p.m. Okay, so that's Friday the 30th of November. Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Prices are for adults £2, children £1. Now the second event is Saturday the 1st of December, commencing at 11 a.m., finishing at 4 p.m. at Edmonton Green Concourse, and it's the Christmas Factor Grand Final. It's the glittering Grand Final. Will see the 20 finalists, 10 in each category, go head to head to take the title of Edmonton Green's 2012 Christmas Factor winner. Whatever that is, I don't know. Saturday the 1st of December, commencing 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. at the Dugdale Centre, Enfield Town, and this is Are You Fit for Christmas? Join Enfield's Fit for a day of yoga, Zumba, bokwa, body combat and dance. And there's further information and tickets on www.millfieldartscentre.co.uk, all in lowercase, and its telephone number 020 8807 6680. Now on to Sunday the 2nd of December, commencing at 7:30 p.m. at the Dugdale Centre again, Enfield Town. And the title is Dance Now and Think Later. Link Academy's Christmas Dance Show. Further information and tickets again on www.millfieldartscentre.co.uk. Telephone number 020 8807 6680. Now, Sunday the 2nd of December, this is in Ponders End Park and commences at 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. and it's the Christmas Glow Festival. Now again, it's skating in Ponders End Park. Adults £2, children £1. Festive food and community stalls in Swan Annex. Now, on the same day, Sunday the 2nd of December, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. in the Co-op car park, Hertford Road, stroke Unity Road, there's a creative market with live music and Father Christmas. Also at Hertford Road, Unity Road, is Christmas Glow Parade at 4 p.m. Oh yes, it follows the creative market. So it's 4 p.m. Unity Road Co-op Christmas tree lights switch on. 4 p.m. again, parade leaves Co-op car park heading southwards towards Enfield Highway. 4:30 p.m. parade arrives at Enfield Highway. Christmas tree lights switch on. 4:50 p.m. parade arrives at Nags Head Road Junction. Christmas tree light switch on. 5 p.m. parade arrives at Ponders End Park. Christmas tree lights switch on. I hope you're getting all this. Now, Saturday the 8th of December, from 2 p.m. until 7 p.m, we have St Nicholas Fair on Winchmore Hill Green. There's music, children's activities, stalls, food and drink. More information from www.n21.net. That could be good. They had a lovely time on Winchmore Hill Green for the Jubilee. It was great, the Saturday. Okay, now Saturday the 8th of December, again at 12 noon in Enfield Town at the Palace Exchange. That would be in the precinct, wouldn't it? Palace Exchange is the precinct. Reindeers in Palace Exchange. Come and see the reindeers in Palace Exchange. There will also be children's entertainment. Okay.
Well, after all that, I'm quite glad to tell you that I've got a very simple seasonal panto for you all to attend. The panto at the Broxburn Civic Hall this year, running from the 14th of December to the 5th of January, is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's featuring some people you may have heard of and some people you may not have done, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's featuring Keith Appy Hopkins as Dame Kitty Dumpling, Michael Otten as Pickles, BBC Three's The Pranker, Ross Lee as Herman the Henchman, Victoria Scott as the famous Snow White, the X Factor's John Wilding as Prince Valiant, and it says here, singing sensation, Denise Nolan as the Wicked Queen. I think I just about remember Denise Nolan. So, yeah. So that's the 14th of December to the 5th of January. If you'd like to go and see that or know someone that would want to travel up to Broxburn, call the box office on 01992 441 946, or you can visit their website on www.broxburn.gov.uk/panto.
And I have a simple one too, which is Mother Goose, and it's showing at the Millfield Theatre in Edmonton, North London. Mother Goose is being played by Mark Slowey, Paula Kay as Fairy Goodenough, Alex Scott Fairley as the Demon King, Stephen De Martin as Squire Longbottom, and Daniel Slade as Silly Billy. And this will be from Thursday the 29th of November 2012 to Saturday the 5th of January 2013. The box office is 0208 807 6680 or www.millfieldtheatre.co.uk. The first 5 shows will cost you only £12. Sounds like a very good deal, and it's going to be a very, very good pantomime, I'm sure.
Now you're coming to letters, and the one I have here was written by Valerie Lawrence, representing Age UK. And this is what the letter says. This month, Age UK is launching its Donate a Coat appeal to help tackle the needless suffering of older people in winter as part of its Spread the Warmth campaign. It couldn't be easier for Enfield Independent readers to get involved. You can simply donate old coats to your local Age UK shop to be sold, or to raise money for Age UK's vital work, helping to make someone else's winter warmer. More than 8,000 coats were donated and resold through Age UK shops last year, raising thousands of pounds. Older people and their families can call Age UK Advice for free on 0800 169 65 65, where they can also order a free copy of the Winter Wrapped Up leaflet. Alternatively, they can visit www.spreadthewarmth.org.uk to download the guide, get more information about Spread the Warmth, and find out where their local Age UK office or shop is. People can also make a donation simply by calling 0800 169 87 87.
And now a letter from T. Lazaro, Beaconsfield Road, Enfield. I'm writing about the problem of parents dropping their children in the home zone area of Keys Meadow Primary School in Tysoe Avenue, Enfield Lock. Last week, I was taking my 5-year-old daughter to school and entered the home zone not far from the school gates when a car driver dropping their kids off just missed us. The school tries to shame these people by including their registration numbers in newsletters, but there is a hard core of selfish parents who do not care about others. My son attended Keys Meadow School 7 years ago, and it was happening then. One day a child is going to be seriously hurt.
This is a letter from Ms. M. Wright. I am writing about the comment, "We must do more to end knife crime," Advertiser, October 24th. I was horrified to see a Halloween performer in Enfield Town Precinct pull out a knife and appear to embed it in his arm in front of children, some of a very young age. I do not approve of celebrating Halloween at the best of times, as it is a celebration of evil and witchcraft and the eve of All Saints' Day. Next year, perhaps we could celebrate with something good, especially if we do not do something about knife crime. I couldn't bear to watch, and I had to leave the scene.
And I have a letter from Ivy Beard, Littlebrook Gardens, Cheshunt. And she says, ambulance services have recently been branded failing by worried paramedics. Basic trained medical staff are treating seriously ill patients, and groups with mixed party political views are protesting nationwide about the changes to our NHS. There is no real evidence that going private for your health care is any better than using your NHS providers. In fact, the opposite can be the case, where the NHS supplies the major A&E with intensive care when needed, which on cost is not supplied by the private sector. Like a shop, the NHS needs customers to survive, where the money follows the patient. If you opt for private treatment, you are reducing the money going to the NHS facilities and services, which will weaken its ability to survive. Clinical commissioning groups, CCGs, formed by GPs, disbanded ex-primary care trust employees, and worryingly the private sector will determine what medication and services your CCG will pay for in each area. Many people are asking them not to commission private health services where the NHS are adequate. Foundation Trust hospitals will be run by managers with almost a complete free hand and will not be open to general public scrutiny. Hospitals called local hospital provide minor A&E services by GPs and nurses. Major A&E is carried out elsewhere in far fewer NHS hospitals with consultant-led maternity and children's services.
A revamp of train stations in Enfield looks set to banish commuters' winter blues. After a meeting with Enfield North MP Nick Dubois, Paul Oxley, media and stakeholder manager for train operator First Capital Connect, revealed that lighting on platforms at Cruise Hill, Gordon Hill and Enfield Chase stations will be improved by the end of this month. He also pledged that the underpass at Enfield Chase would be revamped and more CCTV cameras would be installed at Gordon Hill. Mr. Dubois shared the frustrations of constituents who claim poor platform lighting makes it difficult for passengers to tell which station the train has pulled into. The Conservative MP said, "I know from regularly using trains from Enfield to Parliament and back that in winter it's difficult to tell which station you're arriving at because the lighting is so poor." That's true. My constituents who commute tell me the same thing. I'm therefore delighted that First Capital Connect has taken this on board and will be improving the lighting before the end of November. Mr. Oxley told the advertiser, First Capital Connect are always looking to improve the station environment in the community we serve. These are just the start of a whole range of improvements across the network.
Detectives are appealing for help finding a man wanted in connection with 2 burglaries after he failed to appear in court. Police officers are trying to trace Daniel Malinowski, 29, from Doncaster Road, Edmonton, who is wanted for aggravated burglary and for common assault in Enfield. The Polish national, who also goes by the name of Alex Sudej, failed to appear at Enfield Magistrates Court on December the 12th, last year. He is also suspected of being involved in a burglary in Camden during last year's riots on August the 8th.